There's probably a preset of things before I come into a crucible. The question in my head is, God, what is this about? And so in a very existential sense, there's a plea. It's not to take this away,
Right.
but it's more of, Lord, what is this about? What do you, because I have this sort of preset notion that I'm supposed to be learning something.
Right.
I think in the midst of it, I need help. I have been really served by people who've cared for me to help sense make for me or with me. But I need people to speak into me and to say, hey, I see this and I have a hope for you. And maybe you don't see it as clearly. So I think one is a predisposition coming into it. I think two, there's a sense of I need support around me. The third is I try to rely on what's my sense of call that helps me discern what this means. So this is purpose again. What is it that this thing is leading me to? Because I think I'm supposed to be doing something in the world.
Right.
What is this thing that I'm living through, leaning through? But I would say there's a lot of people in that.
Yeah.
And a lot of really questions about my motivation or thinking about why I'm doing something or working with family of origin issues of what patterns I fall back into.
Right.
Or the blind spots that I have. But pre-state, there is a sort of, I think I can learn something. I have to learn something from this.
That's important. I don't know how many of us think about it that way, have a sort of posture of what am I going to learn as any encounter that I have or anything that I'm going through, like the pre-state of what am I going to learn through this? I know for me, because lifelong learning is so important to me, but I don't know that I've ever had that what you just described. For me, it's more the reflection after the fact. Like I reflect back to say, what was that? How did I go through that? And what would I do different next time? Or what saved me in that situation? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, in some ways, I think of that as a pre-state, but it's after the overwhelming quality of the event.
yes.
And I think there's some part of me that tries to manage the overwhelming quality of the event by pushing it to a learning place.
Yes.
So very similar in that
Yes.
regard, because I think all of us feel overwhelmed with the crucible.